Okay, I think if I did everything right, I should be live and publicly visible on YouTube. So good evening, everyone, or at least it's evening for me. Happy time zone for whatever time zone you happen to be in. My name is Maradian, and this is my very first attempt at doing a stream. I got City Skylines recently. I played a little bit in the game on my own just to try to get familiar with it. Last time I played a city builder was years ago with SimCity 4. Over here you can see kind of some of the DLC I have with the game. Green Cities, Mass Transit, Park Life, Industries, Campus, and Sunset Harbor. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and start up a new game and just see what we can do to build a new city from scratch. Let's see. Base theme, European, tropical, boreal. Do we have a temperate? I think the last one I played was a temperate. Islands have a little bit of all the resources. We've got lots of outside connections. 60% is suitable for building. Shady Strands, temperate 2. Two Rivers, temperate. I'll give Islands a try. I don't remember. I think it might have been Two Rivers I played my very first city. But I'll give Islands a try this time and see what happens. City name. Edenvale. First thing that happened to pop into my mind. And let's go ahead and start her up. Hopefully the loading doesn't take too long. And there goes the bar backwards again. I don't know why it does that. Hope anyone watching is having a good time. And while that loads, I'm going to try to figure out my creator studio YouTube thing right quick. That's the video link. If I go over here. Well, I've got the chat up anyway. I don't think anybody's viewing. But just in case somebody is, go ahead and say hi, because I probably can't see the old messages, or maybe I can see the old messages, I don't know. This is my very first time doing this. So I'll just say hello to anyone watching and plop that up in the chat. Alright. Oh, and the little notification advisor thing is still on. Okay. Well, we'll go along with it. Why not? Let's start building some roads. Okay. Yeah, that's one thing I do remember about this game that was a little different. They have a lot of stuff locked up until you start actually building, and that's just telling me what chirper is. Alright, so let's go ahead and first of all just build a first bit of road. There we go. That way I can get a few more roads unlocked. What do I have access to? Dirt road, one-way road, regular road, 4-lane, a little bit of 6-lane, no highway. These will probably be locked. Oh, I do have the small roundabout. Okay. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and say goodbye to Cooper Street. And how do I want to go ahead and start this up? I know the roundabout start seems to be kind of standard from what I was able to see. I did go ahead and take a look into some other people that have been playing this game longer than I have, just to get an idea of what I was doing. not just poke around entirely in the dark. 6-lane road, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be a full-on highway, but I don't think we need a 6-lane road. Don't know that we need a 4-lane road, but 2 seems a little small. So to start off, so we have a highway down here. We've got the highway that runs over here. So I'm not really going to need a highway running through town. Because if we build the city out and fill up these areas, a train line over here, so we'll probably eventually try to get industry closer to this side of the map, over here on the east. So if I'm not going to design it with a highway running smack through the city, then this road I'm going to need to treat just more as something that people are using to get down specifically into this area, not for traveling through. And at worst, that would mean probably a bridge, maybe a passenger ferry terminal. So yeah, I take it back. I will go ahead and use the 2-lane road. I'll use the 1-way just to bring this out a little bit, because I don't want to be right there near the edge of the map. Let me see. 69,000, so I started at 70. Yeah, right about there, I think. Too far away from that to actually get the road guidelines, but I can see it's this one here, so we'll just push this over there. Alright, and that more or less preserves a wider area in the middle. Oh. My computer may be struggling with the stream. I've got a semi-decent one when it comes to like just personal home stuff, but when it comes to some of the more intensive things, my computer is probably just a little bit lacking. So, sorry if there are any weird little graphical issues like that. Anyway, so now let's go ahead and... yeah, I think that'll be about as far as I want it to go for preserving this length. I'll go ahead and connect them up right there so people can loop back around, and then if it will let me take my elevation step down a little bit, I don't want it to be quite that intense. Let's turn off the snap twos and see if it will... it won't let me go to that very middle one. Alright, back to the snap twos. Oh, and it's not going to let me do it there either. Alright. Well, that's fine. In that case, I will just continue it off down this way, and whatever shenanigans or craziness happen, we'll go ahead and just deal with it later on. That's the nice thing about a city, it's ever evolving and changing. Now I'm going to start out with most of the city just being dirt roads to save on budget. Do I have my map views yet? Water? Okay. Oh, come back, water. Alright, so water is flowing this way. I don't really like using the sewage outflow pipes. Part of the reason why I got some of the DLCs I got was because I wanted the treatment centers. So it's not really going to matter too much what direction the water is flowing, but I do like to make sure that I have an idea of which way our water is going just in case. So let me go ahead and get power and water set up first and foremost. Let's just drag a line across here. And I don't have topography yet, but if I look at it, yeah, this is basically a giant hill. So I kind of brought this thing out to probably one of the worst spots, but this is going to be good for agriculture. And this is a little flatter, so this is probably where we'll have the main city. But anyway, let's just start out by getting a power plant over here and some water systems. Let's see, we'll put it in right up there. And I think the coal power plant's the most efficient option we have. And I'm just going to be throwing these down kind of willy-nilly for the time being. I'll start worrying about actual planning and layouts once we have more of a city to worry with. Alright. Let's get back to the roads. Let's actually start from up here. 1, 2... Well, this first one doesn't really matter too much, so just not that far. Now, I want maximum zoning. Actually, no, I don't want maximum density. I want one less right here. I want that little gap that's going to be in there. And then I want them to be about this long for this starting area. Yeah, I think that's right. Yep, that's the right distance. What I'm going to do right here, if I don't mess it up, is I'm just going to create a small little area along this main road that I'm going to have commercial in. And I don't yet have... Yeah, I'm going to have to unlock some things. Alright, what I'm going to do eventually is I'm going to put a fence in along this way so that the commercial actually feeds off of these side roads, and we can try to preserve some of the traffic right-of-way along the main road there, just so there's fewer vehicles trying to enter and leave this road from the side. Now let's go ahead and zone out some of our residential. I'll have these be bigger blocks. And since we're already more or less actually be better if I did not like that. But it would actually be better if I made these slightly larger. Alright. So give me a second here, because I'm going to go back through and make these one bigger, because I do want to make sure that we have room. Alright, so then that's going to need to be down 2 spaces. Let's go ahead. That's good. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I need my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So it should be right here, I think. Oh. Shows how much I'm paying attention. Okay, so right there I think is the right amount. We can go back to the fill tool. Alright, that's what I want. And that'll come into play a little later on as to exactly why I want them lined out like this. Now let's go ahead and just bring this across. I'll actually bring this across by 6. And I apologize if there's some noise in the background. My heater just turned on, and it is rather chilly where I am right now, so I have to leave it running. Alright, we'll have these be 2 or 3. We'll have them be 3. Oh, right. This game's a little more fidgety when it comes to how those work. The roads, that is. Alright, so we're going to have... I'm going to have a 2-block section down here. Like this, and then connect these up like this. Okay, and that'll give us a little extra space in here where I can maybe put in some services or something. I like having a grid, but I like having the grid be just a little bit malleable. I don't know if that's the right word, but I don't want it to be just like a perfect grid where everything is exactly the same size and shape all the time. And that just gives me the ability to be a little more... I can't think of the word I'm trying to come up with. Sorry. But it just gives me the option, basically, if I want to, say, D-zone an area like this at the end, maybe put in like a police station, or, you know, maybe I want to use this as like a park area, but then have a school over in the corner or in the center or something. It just gives me the ability to kind of plan out the city services besides just having completely equally sized, equally spaced grids everywhere. But the grid is nice because it does help us maintain traffic, or at least it will, as far as I could tell from my first time playing. And I didn't think this was straight, but that said it was a 90-degree angle, so something has gone off with this road. So let me try to fix that as I slowly whittle away our funds. Okay, so that is going to be... Yeah, I'm actually going to make this one a little bit longer. So there, that's square. A little more space in the middle, but that's fine. I may wind up redeveloping this into a transport hub or something later on down the line. So I don't mind that it's a different shape, but for now we have residential demand, and so residential demand is what we're going to throw in there. Now I will go ahead and put in a little more commercial development just down to here. And that's mostly just going to serve to act as the power joiner, so I don't have to put power lines through there. Now we've got our industry, and I don't have access to... I don't have access to natural resources yet or anything, and we have just basic industry until our town gets bigger. So what I will do is, for the time being, let me see, let me measure this out. So that'll be for another commercial sector on that side if we so choose. No, that's not true, because we have this line. So right there. And let's see. 2, 3, 4. So we actually need there. I need to go a little farther out. And then right there. That's where we would actually have a commercial sector. Okay. So then a little farther out here, we'd have... Let me make sure this is correct. That's 200. So I want this to be about 400. Just doubling it. Okay, so that can go down to here. Okay, so we'll have our industry come out right there. I'll take away those roads and a couple of these roads. Whittle it back just a little bit. I don't want too much industry too close to where we're going to be. And I do want people to try to prioritize going to work by driving around over here, just so they do use the roads that are going to be next to the commercial area. And that may just be the old SimCity style of doing things talking, but I'll go ahead and stick with it. Alright, so this will give us more or less the first grid I'm going to use over here in the industrial area. And I know industry gets a lot of traffic, but I'll make these double wide, whatever the basic block size is. I'll leave that open. Nope, come on. I think that'll be enough for now. I don't want to spend too much money. Okay. Industry there, and then to save on power lines, I'll put industry down there for now. And I think that's really all I can do until we get the game going. So, let's go ahead and let her run. Unpause. Alright, what's Chirper doing? Hooray! The water pumping station has been constructed. Ah! But you know what hasn't been constructed? Water pipes. So let's get those up to there. And we'll go ahead and just run this over to here. Run this up for industry. Oh, can't quite see where I'm at. Okay, so that goes up to there. Right underneath the road here. And we'll need... Actually, yeah, no, I don't have those zoned yet, so we'll leave that alone. And then over here in our town... There we go. And... yeah, we'll just do it this way. It'll be a little bit of redundancy, but that's fine. Okay, and so where we have our zones, where we have our water, we're okay. But our commercial, well, I will give it a little bit to see if we have the commercial develop over here, which, come to think of it, if I want to be sneaky, we can try to force them to develop over here. So let's just do this. And let's see if we can get the commercial developed right here, or if I'm going to need to put in another power line for just a little bit. Ah, and sewage. Inland water, inland water treatment plant, noise pollution, pollution 100, noise pollution 10, drain capacity 120,000, cost 250, upkeep 320. Half the capacity, 480 a week, at a little bit more. So this is the one I think I'd actually prefer to use later on, but right now, because I need to be cheap, we'll use the regular one. And these will probably be moved later on anyway, so I'll just stick it there for now. Get you connected up to the plumbing, and then double check. Yeah, we got to get our power connected again. Alright. And now, the sewage should go away. We're getting a little bit of commercial development. I know these guys will be alright for a little while without power. They're probably complaining about that. Silver was the new black, now orange is the new black. Okay. Hooray! We can now enjoy fresh drinking water. I love the smell of burning fossil fuel. The local power plant is online. Okay. So we don't actually have any chirper power complaints yet. But we're about to flip over into next month, and if it still hasn't gotten any development in this area... Alright. Let's go ahead and just connect those up. Alright, there go our power woes. Let's just go ahead and speed things up, because I can't really do anything else until our population gets going. Ah, there we go. Now we have commercial. Charming. And as soon as our power... and our power's connected, okay. Alright. Ore mining truck. Owner, Springfield. Almost what our city was called. Oh, that's a delivery! Of course, because we're having to import coal. Oh. And here come all of our new residents moving into their houses. Now, if I take a look at the larger region, Yeah, looks like we've got farmland here, so I want to take advantage of that. We got arable land there and over there. Oh. We got a cruise ship heading over to Westfield, apparently. Some kind of ruins or something over here, it looks like. But yeah, I think we'll just continue to push the industry farther over here as far as the dirty stuff goes. And maybe our little town can start off with agriculture. But there we go, little hamlet. This is what I was waiting on. So now we've got to provide garbage services. We have control, I think, over our taxes. We could take out a loan if we need to, which we might. And we have our schools and our clinics. That's what I was really waiting for. So, nope, the game automatically takes me back down to regular speed. Now, let's go ahead and make sure our citizens have access to the appropriate services. So, clinics, I think for the time being, our commercial development is going up. I'm going to put the clinic right there, and I'll go ahead and zone some more commercial around it. We'll get some commercial in there too. And our education, I want the community school actually, which I'm going to plop right there. And finally, we're going to need our, let's see, we got a recycling center, processing rate, 16,000. I mean, I could wait for 16,000, but we got 4,000, and garbage is going to be a need. So, for the time being, don't want to pollute our water, so let's just go ahead and get the dump thrown over here. Up here. There we go. I don't know how long that's going to be there, but I do like getting away from dumps. I prefer just having the garbage be processed, if possible. And we don't have any need for industry or well, we don't have offices yet, but we don't have any need for industry, so we're going to still be good on that. And let's go ahead and speed things up again. And we'll just sort of wait and see what comes about. Let our city fill in. Oh, pardon me a second while I take a sip. I got to wet my whistle a bit. Alright, Chirpy. What are you doing? Illuminati! Illuminati now taking applications for new members. Address for applications is a secret. Aliens, conspiracy. Taking out the trash just became much more convenient than before. Hashtag garbage, hashtag taking out the trash. The new hashtag community school has a wide offering of different after-school activities and hobbies. Good, that's why I put it there. Healthcare. Oh, cable cars are my favorite type of transport. Could we get some more of those, pretty please? Mauer cable cars. And what was this one? Healthcare for everyone. Citizens flock for treatment for various ailments. Hashtag flu shots. The @mayor is doing well, leading the city. New citizens and businesses keep moving in. Hashtag flying colors. Yay. The little virtual people say I'm good at my job. What wonderful validation. Okay, looks like we are getting more demand for commercial, so let's go ahead and zone that back in. Industry, I will go ahead and continue. Excuse me, while I turn my volume down just a bit. Ah, good, Worthy Village. Alright, what do we have? We can get a new square. I won't bother buying one just yet. Maybe. I could be lying. Okay, good. Districts, policies, second loan, district specializations. In certain fields of it. Okay, good, that's probably what I want. Service policies. Oh, fire, police. Okay, yeah, and here's our industry. Okay, good. Self-sufficient buildings. Well, that's from the Green Cities or whatever it is, DLC, organic local produce. Ah, and these new policies, firehouse, police. Okay. And the game is wonderfully nice enough to go ahead and pause itself down for us. But now, let's go ahead and zone in a little bit of this, leave that unzoned just to keep a little bit of right-of-way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's a 10 space there. 1, 2, and those are usually 8. So actually, no, do 10. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. And then I will just zone that bit right there to remind me that I'm actually probably going to turn this into a little bit of right-of-way, because that'll leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And I'd actually prefer to have a kind of an odd number right there. That'll be a little more scrunched. It'll be a tighter zoning area, but I think that'll be what I want in the future. And if not, we have our little bulldoze tool, so, you know. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get fire coverage going before everything burns down. What's the upkeep cost of the firehouse? $560 a week. We've got 1,000 coming in, so if I put down 2 of these, that'll be the greatest thing for our budget. Especially not with a police station, that'll basically tap our budget. But the nice thing is that by providing these services like this, put the fire station right here. No, I don't want the fire station on the main drag. I'd rather have the fire station have access like that. Okay, so but by putting these things in, we can make our citizens happier, and therefore they will be willing to pay a little more money. Let's just go ahead and zone the rest of this in. Alright. Commercial still says that it wants to move in, so let's just zone in the other side of this. Not the greatest for our traffic issues, but it'll be okay for now. And then we'll go back through and we'll revitalize and rejuvenate and replan and all that stuff later on in 100 years or whatever it is in game time. Police department. Not enough money. Well, I don't mind waiting a couple of weeks. That'll give us a chance to let some stuff fill in. Also, it'll give us a chance to go ahead and work on generic industry. Where is it? Oh no, you're kidding me. I can't paint an industry area until I'm at 1,200. Yet I have the ability to tell a... Okay. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me see if I'm incorrect in how this works. Okay, so I'll just snap it to the road first, and then proceed to pull it off the road, because the road snap isn't that strong. But let's just zone this as a regular district. All the inside, all this good stuff. I'll even go out a little farther, just a little bit. Alright, and let me see... Oh, you guys don't have enough workers. Well, yeah, our residential is through the roof. And now, can I... Oh, I can! Okay, so it works with regular districts. Oh, that's right, the industry districts. I forgot. These industry areas are specifically for the industry I control, like the, I don't know, state-controlled industries or whatever you want to call them. Okay, that's right. Okay, good. So, but now this will slowly turn Vermont Heights. I'm not sure on names, so I'm just going to kind of go with generic stuff as it pops in. So we'll just turn this into Vermont Farms. And now we will go ahead. Police. No, police. That will give me... What sort of coverage do we have? Okay, so if our fire station is here, and our school is over here, then as this develops, and we are going to start building up this way too a little bit, but this will probably be where I'm going to eventually have kind of our city center area. So I'm going to put the police station in right here. We'll lose a couple of houses, but, you know, not the end of the world. They will redevelop. And just so that something can be developing, as I go through this, there we go, and have to preserve where I'm going to have the roads going. Alright. And I guess I may as well set this up here as well. Okay. I'm just trying to be a good mayor. Oh! Oh good, we are covered up there. Alright, so it's just going to be down here where I'm going to drag the plumbing. And I guess we'll just continue right down this way. Okay. So now while we earn more money, we can also have residents moving in. Go ahead and get the plumbing put down first. There we go. I love that little ding whenever it's the new plumbing that is for when you're connecting a new pipe to a previously existing one. Anyway, I like that little ding. Okay, I'm not exactly sure just how far apart I'm going to want the, I guess, lateral plumbing, but since I do know that I'm going to want this plumbing to basically be following these roads, oh, down to $40 for whatever we use in this game. Simoleons with a C. Alright, tiny town. Park area, industry area, landscaping, yada yada yada. Parks and plazas. Aha! Something I was waiting on was the parks and plazas. Industry area. And I'm sorry if it's kind of boring for me to like look through all of these things, but since I am still new to this game that's been out for like ever, I do want to review what I'm unlocking as I'm unlocking it, just to try and keep it straight in my mind. Oh yeah, all the parks and things. Sports hall and... Oh, right, because that's a health thing, but it's recreational. Only have our high school and our public library now. Okay, good. We can keep everybody going along their educational path. Alright. So, we'll see where we need to put in water once I get more of these roads down. But I think it's not on the roads, is it? No, it's going to be under parks. Not in here. What am I looking for? Was this park maintenance? No. Props. Nature reserve, so that's specialty stuff. Zoo. Amusement park, city park, I think. Park path. Other parks. Basketball court. Okay. Zoo path, no. Nature reserve path. I have a lot of rocks and weeds and grass and things around it, so yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to want to encourage a little more pedestrianism throughout our city. So, we are going to go ahead, and I am so sorry to the people that own this house who I think put it in just after I... There we go. Just after I... Yeah, because I went ahead and rezoned this area right behind the fire department. Which, considering where I have now put in this pathway, they all get extremely upset and then happy again. Do I need to rezone? Yes. Okay, good. Now. And that's why I was leaving these little gaps in between here. It's because I like the idea of having a city that gives its citizens lots of other ways to get around besides necessarily driving. I myself am American. I have to do a lot of driving because that's just kind of how America does things, but I also enjoy walking myself, and I like the idea of being able to, or at least I would like the idea of being able to live in a neighborhood that was a little more pedestrian friendly. Now, this one and this one I think I may more or less leave alone. I am definitely going to redevelop this one just a bit, just to give the ability of pedestrians to walk crossways. And then, because I don't actually want them developing close to this road, up here, put it in like this, I think. And then go across there. Across there, which means their frontage will be along this road. So if I had put this one in, they'd basically just be walking directly behind the buildings, kind of like a back alley. And I don't really like that. I like the idea of them walking along the side of it. Regular park... No, I have other fencing. Let's see what we have here. We've got... That's more of a natural fence, not the concrete barrier. Amusement park fence. I would have sworn there was somewhere in here that you could just click on it and you could see basically every fence type just sort of all lined up. But I could be imagining things. I'll just use the plain old regular park fence. Alright. And now some of these businesses are going to be a little bit disgruntled. Us destroying them for fencing. But it's more long-term planning. Oh. All right, because I put enough space in there to actually cross-tag them all. So in that case, we may as well make use of that. You can be nice enough to... No, you are not. Alright, well in that case, let's make a little T junction in all of these. Come here, you. Right there. Oop, come on, right there. Alright. Now, again, we'll go ahead and do this. No, come on, snap. Come on, snap to it. There we go. Alright. And then this will actually, come to think of it, I guess this will make for better usage for our public transit once we start to put that in. So, happy accident there. We'll have a little more dense zoning like that, and then maybe every, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 blocks or so, I'll do like a T like this along this whole thing as we start to develop. So, I can now also go in, unpause, and I'll see what else develops. Keep earning money. Let's just roll this down. Arbitrarily connected off where I ended that one. Oh, we got a lot more chirpers, too. Can the robots join the workers? Can the hashtag robots join the hashtag workers union? Robo rights. Oh, right, because of the little... If any of them even pop up. Yeah, the little weird robot things. I forget what those do. I remember reading, like, good grief, it was years ago. It was when this game was still new, and I was looking into it because I was very interested in it as a fan of city builders. But I remember reading an article about people talking about how the game devs had noticed a lot of the players were asking about, what are the little robot things for? And they actually went ahead and kind of started implementing them into the chirper for fun. Alright, so let's just go ahead and continue our grid out. Well, one YouTuber named Biffa is going to be mad that I'm blowing up rocks, but sorry, Biffa. And then over here, I think I will end this off. I have no idea how actually large I made this, so let's see. That is 660. This is 400, so we need 260 more. Nope. That. And so then if I look at this, 660, and from there to here, 60. Okay, good. So then we will take this, we will run this, and all my lines are square. Good. And now that should give me the ability right here, not there, but right here. Yes. Continue our grid. There, sorry businesses. It's called progress. Maybe it's not called progress, but that's going to be my excuse. Achievement unlocked. Greenest city. Alright. I know there's a way. It's not in... I think it's in the budget. No. Policies. No. I know it's not in the settings. Where is it? There's a way to look at your achievements. Oh, it's in this thing. What is greenest city? I saw Eden there and it caught my eye. Unpopular mayor, have 15% happiness. No. Well, maybe. We can make all the citizens upset and angry and whatnot. Good grief, look at all the achievements. All the things to do. Full capacity. Level up an industry area to level 5. Oh yeah, that's what I got on one of my other playthroughs. What? Well, it said greenest city, unless I missed it somehow. Which is possible, me being me. Oh. Well, maybe that's a Steam achievement, I don't know, not an in-game achievement. You can tell how familiar I am with all the various differences and things. Now, to make my brain be just a little happier, we'll have to go ahead and redirect traffic. I'm not actually going to bother moving these two yet, because it won't be very expensive, but I just don't want to spend that money. No, you go back wherever you need to go. And now, whoops. And just because I don't feel like having the new road not be the same as the old one, we're going to go ahead and rename that Richardson Drive. And just go ahead and preserve the old name and pretend that that never actually happened. Why does the road over here just sort of come off at a, it's a T section and just turns this corner? Well, we don't know. It just, I don't know, something weird with the city planner. Not the mayor. No, not the mayor. Just something weird with the city planner. Wow, look at all the rocks. Biffa's been at work over here. Anyway. Biffa Biffa is who I'm talking about. He's another YouTuber. He plays a lot of City Skylines. I watched several of his videos just trying to help myself get a better understanding of some of the game mechanics. Doesn't the city board come up with anything more modern than farming? No, we like farming. You leave the farming alone. Tony Walker. Our vacation was extended. Could someone water the plants while we are gone? The key is in the flower pot on the porch. Sure! All of your missing possessions and furniture and things is completely coincidental. Anyway, let's go ahead and first of all, let me make sure I didn't miss out on anything. Oh yeah, education. Here, let's speed this up because I do need to put in, what is it? The Institute of Creative Arts, which is the high school alternative that I like this one better than the standard, bog standard high school. Oh, and we already need another elementary school. that'll be what, 12,000 there, 30,000 there. Whale, I may go ahead and take out a loan. Levitating cats, the new trending topic on the internet. The first loan I can take out... Oh, I can take out either one of these, 60 or 20. I'm actually going to go ahead and just take out the $60,000 loan. Because, let's see, we have the police station. I think we have enough coverage for the police right now. Our industry area could use a police station, but it's not suffering from crime yet, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. We do have good fire coverage. The fire coverage even extends down here a little bit. I will hold off on another fire department for now. The clinic, well, I think we're okay with just one clinic so far. So we have the public library. I think the public library basically covers, yeah, this entire city could be covered with just one public library with the size that it is now. Oh, it's one off, really? Well, that's why I built this one down here is a little bit bigger. Anyway, library is more of an amenity. It does give 100 entertainment, which is nice, but it's more of an amenity than a necessity. So first of all, let's keep things going from the smallest level up. So we need more capacity, not much more capacity, but we need some more capacity for our elementary. So let's go ahead and stick you... Let's put another elementary right there, because we'll probably need a third one by the time all this fills up. And then an Institute of Creative Arts. Just a little too big there as well. Right here, or do I want to have it... I can put it right there. No. That's not too bad. It still touches over here, and by the time we need another one, plus we're getting kind of the end over here, so that will expand 1, 2, 3, 4, about maybe 5 of the city blocks that I'm putting down. So 1, 2, 3, yeah. So actually we could stick it up here, and that would probably still give us plenty of coverage down to the end of the city. And we'll have our high school right next to the commercial area. So let's actually, before we put in the high school, let's go to parks. Regular parks. Large playground, park with trees, small playground. I wouldn't actually say no to a small playground over here near the school. The only problem is that's going to tear up my pathing, but that may be okay. They may just path right through the park in that case. Let's see. Small playground, small park, dog park, Japanese garden, and unlock those yet. Oh, I know, actually the other park would be good, the basketball court. It's the only real kind of like sports center-y type thing. I need to look on the workshop. I'm doing this mostly no mods, no extra downloads other than some of the the actual city Skylines DLC. But I wouldn't mind looking on the workshop, seeing if I can find like maybe some tennis courts, maybe a smaller baseball field, not like a full-on stadium, but just one that's something you might expect to see next to a high school, for instance. So this one like this. Come on, there you go. That leaves 1, 2, 3, 4 extra spaces there. How big is the small? Ooh. That's 5, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's just a little too big. Well, I wouldn't want the small playground anyway. Park with trees, large playground. I was hoping there was one more thing I could put over here that would just be kind of an amenity for the people, you know, to kind of bring people in. Maybe the dog park. No, still 5. I was hoping I could get something in right here to kind of make the commercial sector happy with residents visiting it, and then also still squeeze in the basketball court. But I guess that's just not going to happen. I suppose I could just I could make my own park down here in a little while. And we could just have a park behind the high school. So let's just consider doing something like that. Alright, and we have our Institute of Creative Arts. Right there. So we've got... yeah, I think healthcare is okay. I don't think we have access to death care yet. Elder care... yeah, it's going to be another pop goal before we move town. Oh no, looks like it's going to be 2. Busy town. New services. Unless I missed death care somewhere. New building. Oh, here we go. Okay, no. So it is going to be our next population goal is going to require us to start putting in cemeteries. Okay. So I want to keep that in mind. Now we have water, we'll have power. These will be without power for just a tiny little bit. That's going to be okay. Let's go ahead and get the residential zoned in first. Okay, I'm still too much in the habit of thinking the zoning costs money. That's just how I am used to it going. Go ahead and zone this, and if we need to unzone it, we can unzone it later. Well, then again, I really don't like unzoning things, so since I think I'm probably going to put a park or something back here anyway, we'll just leave that empty. The elementary school will take up about 7. I don't think I'm going to need 7 to put something extra in here, but probably going to end up needing more than 7, actually. But anyway, we'll go ahead and do that. And then over here, I don't want to leave commercial stuck just over on this side of town forever. So, let's go ahead. I want to get in a little bit of commercial, at least over here. And for now, I think that's the only alternative section of commercial we're going to have. Everything else is going to stay residential over here for the time being. Alright, and now, before we let them build in, go back to my parks, and over here, since this is the high school, let's go ahead and put in, let's go ahead and put in a path with trees. Aw, darn it. Messed that up a little bit. Okay. There. Alright, and I can do something with this. Probably just flowers and maybe some props and things. Won't be anything too terribly fancy, but it'll work. Okay, we'll get that down. Get this down. This. Pedestrianism there, and pedestrianism right behind. Actually, again, we have the school over here, so let's do it like this, actually. And we'll give some crossways there. Maybe not that one. I'll see. I'll see if I like how that does that. Let's actually, I'll use a regular path for this, regular path for there. That won't be even halfway down the middle. It's going to give more land over on this side, but I think I'm actually okay with that. Huh? Oh, weird. It let me draw over it, so I thought it was going to be okay. Space already occupied. Space already occupied. Well, what's it occupied by? Oh, I was one too close to the road. So there, and there. There we go. And this will just divide up these blocks a little bit. And just to remind myself what I'm doing. There, we'll even do that. There we go. And that'll just make walking a little bit easier. Kids can get to school. And then over here, this area may wind up turning into a little bit of a commercial strip later on. For the time being, though, I'm just going to put more housing right there. And I'll see what I want to do with this as I go on, and we have more money to play with for more amenities for our citizens. Alright, and now one last thing to contend with. Oh, that's right, we have Industry Road now. And if for no other reason than for, effect, I do actually like having Industry Road running through the industry. Although since this is basically farmland, I'm just going to make the main road be industry, and the rest can be dirt road for the time being. But let's go ahead. Two more out. Oh, no, that was too far. And not there, but here? No. Here. No. Oh, it's being funky. And the bulldoze tool has to demolish the entire thing. Well, not a problem. Alright, and they'll have to redevelop. Sorry. Okay. So this should keep our industry okay for a little while. Like 2 months, if even that. Actually, considering how fast the time passes in this game, probably not even 2 months. Our water availability and sewage treatment is still good. And let's go ahead and scroll that out to there. And build this one out to here. Can I get that one up just a little bit? No. I'm gonna let my nitpickiness kind of drive me a little extra crazy right there. Alright, I'll think of this as, whoops, I'll think of this as the main kind of way through the farming industry. And so I'll probably have 3 more up this way. 1, 2, 3. Just gonna put one right there, down there. Sorry. I do actually feel a little bad whenever I take out industries with what I'm doing. But, you know, progress. And the main reason I was doing that is because I kind of wanted to see where I'm going to wind up needing to put my water pipe up here. There's that wonderful little jingle I like. Yeah, may as well. It's not really going to hurt anything to go ahead and have this area zoned out too, and I can keep my pipes out there. Alright. keep these all lined up and not have one that's oddball in the middle. And there. Oh! But I'm going to need to expand Vermont Farms. I'm actually trying to be very, finely detailed with this, but I'm just not very good at it, not making much headway with it. Okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves going again. Feeling full of energy, jog at the new park. And they're complaining about, is that the same guy? No, that's somebody different. Still complaining about the farms. Okay, good. As we fill up, what do we have? Okay, high school, we have 800, 188 eligible. Elementary school, we're at 500. Those are filling up too. Cannot afford a public library. Fire coverage, police department. Healthcare, still no sick citizens. Oh, just had somebody upgrade. Ah, actually, power. Power, okay. So our next 19 grand is actually going to need to be going into our power supply. Alright. But anyway, this isn't a... I think this is a nice little start to a city, if I do say so myself. Not that my opinion can really be trusted, because it's not, it's a totally biased opinion. Anyway. To wet my whistle again. So let's go ahead and increase our speed up. There we go, finally. Amanda Dixon, way to go. In my honest opinion, yellow cornfields are a much better sight than dirty factories. Cows, farming, more money! And good morning, everybody. What a beautiful sunrise. Paradise on earth. There we go, people appreciating the nature and all that. Granted, we're not going to keep going natural forever. We will eventually get less sustainable, more polluting, smog-filled businesses established as well. Oh, I need to continue my fencing. Time to make some more of these businesses very angry with me. Let's actually... Does it work on... Oh, it does! Okay, let's get some trees in here. Just because it looks nice. I know it's a little more expensive, but it looks nice. And I need to build, not... Need to build, not upgrade. Okay, and then over here... Well, this one is a little bit different, so... We'll make it a little different. This one we'll go ahead and just continue our normal thing. Actually, no, I guess we won't continue that normal thing there, will we? This will stay. This won't. This will go... Oh. Build the pathways first. Memo to me, build the pathways first. Okay, now. Angry commercial owners. They're literally just putting the buildings down as I'm going through and like, okay, we tore it up. And they jumped and said, mine! And we went through and said, no, 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 not yours. Fence. And you can just imagine the look on these people's faces. They just put up their brand new business. And they're like, you're replacing me with a fence. Well, it's a very nice fence. That's going to stay as a park until it's going to stay empty until I decide how I want to build out the park. I'm actually holding off on doing that because I know myself. I'll go down there. I'll spend so much time detailing a park, even one this small. because I'm crazy. Alright, so... Oh! And... No, there it is. And we're gonna need more dirt road! Dirt road to the rescue! Actually... There. He is a little bit finicky, but anyway, nothing to complain about. Okay, now I'll actually have these continue down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then... Okay. Well, anyway, we'll worry about that later. Alright, so there's more power. Kind of ate away our budget, but now we have more power. And water, yep, I had a feeling water was going to start sinking. Water was going to start tanking. Oh, the puns. Let's just connect those up that way. And another, yeah, the cheap ground polluting temple of nastiness. Just have to go straight to the road, and then, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna probably demolish and redo all of that. And I keep reinforcing that with myself, that it's, you know, it's not permanent. I can change anything I want. I have to keep reinforcing with that with myself, otherwise I will kind of start getting the habit of thinking of that I've got to keep things the way they are, and I don't. That's one thing I do love about City Skylines since I started playing it, is the fact that you can just move your municipal buildings. I mean, that's just... I just think that's great. Makes redevelopment of older areas so much nicer. Alright, now where are we? We're almost about to hit 2200, and that's going to bring us into a whole another tier of things and sources and everything we need. It's nice. Okay. I do apologize. If it's annoying that I keep checking Chirper every time he jingles, I apologize. I know a lot of them are just the have you lost your wallet, blah blah blah, you know, mostly just filler text chirps, but they, you know, these does give you an idea of what's going on in your city. You know, if you've got bad crime rates and stuff, people will be chirping at you about high crime, and so I like to keep an eye on him, just so that I can try to catch problems before they get too bad. But anyway, before we jump into our next population tier, we still have that loan going. Oh, I can grab a second one. No, don't need to. I'm going to leave all this stuff as where it is. I'm not going to raise it or lower it, but I will... Oh, no. Okay, there we go. I will actually raise all 3 of our current tax rates up to 12%. Alright. I'll let the game run just a little bit, just to kind of see how that does for our income. Should give us a little bit better income and give us the ability, oh dear, to give our citizens better services and protection. Alright, there we are, Boomtown. And now we gotta figure out a place to put in our cemeteries. Getting in some more of our industry buildings, toll booths, the advanced wind turbines. Okay. Oh, and actual highways if we want to make use of them. Which, from what I said earlier, looking at this, I don't think we're going to ever have an actual highway running straight through our town, just because we're already in so close proximity to this big loop that just circles us. But you never know. Maybe we will. Let's go ahead and let all the fires get put out. And now that we are at such an income, I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading some of the roads in our commercial area. Oh, my... Really, is the path what's doing that? space already occupied. What's it occupied by? I don't have any civic buildings in the area, do I? Upgrade. Upgrade. If I stay paused, and let me see, yeah, just commercial and residential on the other side of me. So if I stay paused, if I destroy that, and then... Oh, I've got another node right there that's causing trouble. Alright, hold on. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of this. And then go through, and that's what the issue was. Okay. And if I go through and do this, and then if I go through here... Okay, still zoned is residential, still zoned is commercial. That wasn't zoned. Okay, so if I put that back, that was a pathway. Without trees. Okay, now if I since I stayed paused, pardon my stutter. Hopefully nothing will undergo teardown and redevelopment. So back to regular road and back to our upgrade. There, and then this main one right here, just because I can kind of see where this is going to wind up being kind of our main street, or high street, depending on where you live in the world, what you're used to calling it. Any important things? Cornfields, working tirelessly, doing well, and complaining about farming again. Alright. And we definitely need more citizenry now. A lot more resident, a lot more commercial. Our industry is suffering a little bit from it. But at this point, I think I will go ahead and call it a stream. I'm not quite sure how long I've been going, but it feels like about an hour and a half, maybe hour 15. Maybe longer, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, I hope anyone who, I don't think anyone tuned in, but, you know, first stream, and nobody really knows who I am, so I didn't really expect anybody to, but I hope anybody that watches this afterwards on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it, you found it, at least somewhat entertaining, or interesting, or, at least enjoyed laughing at me if I did something you found particularly silly or crazy. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and leave any comments that you'd like to down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you can, any sort of corrective, constructive criticism is of course welcome if you think there's any way I could improve or do better. Anyway, so thank you guys so much, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.